You know, one of the things that every U.S. embassy in every country does, not just here in Uganda, is of course we have relationships with the government. I represent a government. I represent the American people. It's important to talk about those broader political and economic conditions that affect all of us. But we also strongly believe in engaging with everyday citizens from all walks of life. So we have relationships with universities. Whenever we travel, we go out and meet the communities there. You know, all of the activities that we do, the policies that we advocate for, they're not going to be successful if we don't have those interactions with citizens and understand how the work we do affects them in our daily life.
I didn't have a vision for Toro Gallery. So we're just a very small group working to sustain ourselves. But then after the fellowship, I realized that we have potential for growth. We looked at registering our organization. We also looked at developing very new products that would fit the US market that we are targeting. And we have also set up outlets in the country.
Training and empowering my team actually helps me create time to do more bigger things rather than remain as a small company. I've improved as a better leader for my team, and I've also known the things that I need to occupy my time with as the CEO. As compared to what I was doing then. Because now I've empowered my team to be able to carry on and run operations for Omia agribusiness, and that gives me more time to do more networking, that gives me more time to do strategy and planning for the organization.
The exchange activities we have, I think it's one of the most important things that we do. As a government. You know, diplomacy, working with other countries, with other peoples, strengthening those people-to-people connections, they are so vital to increasing understanding, to creating a groundwork for businesses to thrive, for promoting peace, for strengthening educational opportunities. So the range of exchange programs that we have, whether it's in the public diplomacy front, related to business, the things that we do in public health, I think those are critical to everything that we do, to strengthening partnerships and really setting the stage for future generations to thrive.
So we were told that some of you are doing beekeeping, but you have never done training. Is it true? Yeah. But we are going to start from here. Then next time when we come back, we add from what we have learned. Yeah? Before I went for the fellowship, I was working with 5 farmers. Between 2017 and now, I have 1,560. So I guess that tells you how much it changed my life. The business had no direction. So after venture school and going to the various farmers markets, that is when I actually got to understand the full potential of beekeeping and what I could do with it. So we are invested in value addition, and we currently have over 30 products just from hive products.
The way the program is arranged is that you have your space for the laboratory to work, but then you also run seminars where you explain what you're doing and you share. I was able to work with scientists from all of. Some people are working on malaria medicine, some people are working on HIV/AIDS, and it was a very good interaction.
So I think, when we think about the alumni or the younger people, it's a range of people going to the United States on exchange programs, we're always thinking about what they have to gain. And I think one of the complementary benefits is what the United States and the American people have to gain. During their time in the United States, they're meeting people. Americans are learning about Uganda, they're learning about East Africa, about Africa, opening their eyes, expanding their horizons, creating new opportunities there. But we as a U.S. mission, we benefit from these relationships as well. One that really stands out to me is Shaban, who I think most people know as Nature Boy. Not only is he an alum of the Mandela Washington Fellowship Program, but he also participated in our field epidemiology training program. And we have partnered with him many, many times.
So the fellowship had a lot of impact in how I operate as a journalist. First of all, I went to US with this single perspective of operating as a newspaper journalist. So when I went to the fellowship, I got this broader outlook of operating in a multimedia environment. And when I came back, because Vision Group had different platforms, electronic, print, online, so I pitched to start that program, File Kumeza, which you can translate as case files, which does follow up on cases and issues to do with justice and human rights. So the program has impacted a lot of people, especially the vulnerable communities. I can say hundreds, thousands.
The major job of NRDC is to monitor all government programs. And of course, that means that service delivery for the people. So we monitor all government programs. We actually monitor the monies that comes to the district. We ensure that every money in the district is actually utilized very well. When I entered the fellowship, when I was placed at Kansas State University, actually at that time, it was a time when I just started my journey in leadership. It's the time when I just got elected in my district council. So it came at a right point. So when I was going through the fellowship, I learned so many things. One of them was confidence. One of them was communication skills. One of them was public speaking. And then the major one was leadership. Of course, I was calling myself a leader, of course, but I didn't know what leadership was all about. Not until I went through the fellowship is when I discovered that, okay, there are types of leaders. And then I said, then I need to be this type of leader.
People from those communities, from those cities where we were, volunteered to help us, volunteered like very, very generously. Like you just see it is a part of the community's ethic that you should be able to volunteer and be part of contributing to your community. And so that also is what I try to do here. I do a lot of things pro bono to be able to give some positive value to my community.
I think there are activities for everyone, and it's not just about business or education. We've had artists who've gone to the United States to really, I so strongly believe in the creative sector and what that brings to a community.
Before I went, of course I would say I was naive. I had less knowledge and less skills in many things. And I won't believe that actually a master's degree inspired me more to even do more things, because I also conduct research. So from that moment I was inspired also to continue with my PhD at Texas Tech University. I must admit that it's because of that Fulbright scholarship that actually I was able to be inspired to continue with my studies and also to do so many things I'm able to do now. But it's not just for me, but also for my students and for my communities and for basically everyone, wherever I am invited to conduct either a clinic or to direct an exam or to teach somebody, I'm still drawing from those experiences, which I believe that it's because of the Fulbright scholarship.
It opened up my mind to so many possibilities. For example, when you look at honey, you just see it as honey, right? There's so much that you can do with honey. It made me hungry for more knowledge.
Instead of starting to feel like I've arrived, they helped me realize that I need to do more. They ignited in me the hunger to keep doing better. it has not just helped us as Omi agribusiness, but it has trickled down to our farmers, because now they're able to increase yield, they're able to increase income, they're able to put a better housing, they're able to pay school fees. We've expanded from just being in Arua in Zombo to Yumbe, to Jumani, to Kampala as well. The number of farmers we served was way below 5,000, but right now we've served over 15,000 farmers in just about 4 years.
So that knowledge that I got from there, I came back and put it into this project. I shared with different youth in the communities. I held many workshops telling them about my experience and the people I met, and also boosting their confidence. Like, you can do it. You can make a living out of the making baskets. Before, what women would do was stay at home, bear children, and the husbands would take them for granted, and domestic cases were very high. But the fact that now a woman is able to contribute something towards household income, then the husbands have started to appreciate what they are doing, and they have also come to help. For example, going to the bushes to cut some of the raw materials, and even transporting the finished product to the center. So there's harmony in the community.
We're changing the mindsets of the people in our communities to realize that the resources that we have are valuable, things that we need to preserve and to look out for.
It's great that we have the network to continue to engage, that we can support them, that we learn more about Uganda, and perhaps where the U.S. can better support young people and their aspirations and help the nation and the economy grow. And we couldn't do that without these relationships. And I think those networks, strengthening relations to people, increasing understanding, looking for new opportunities is really one of the greatest benefits. And it's not just in Uganda. Just recently, there was a reunion of exchange program who had returned from the United States. And I met some alumni from neighboring countries who were there because they happened to be in Uganda, and their Ugandan counterparts had come join us. And so seeing how that expands across the continent, I think the potential for these really dynamic and creative young people to have an impact, like not just in their communities or their countries, but across the region. I think that's one of the best things that comes from these exchange programs.